All right, welcome back to the good old boys. It's Cinco de Mayo today, and we're gonna do a little history pod, just short. We're gonna get a get a little backstory on Cinco de Mayo and why we celebrate it, and we're gonna learn why it is the way it is today. And maybe you'll learn something because I learned some shit. I thought it was something completely different. It's not, and I'm gonna be talking about it and trying to explain to the best of my ability to Crabtree here. How's it going, man?
Yeah, and you?
I'm ready to get a little drunk and hopefully I could teach you something. I'm no teacher,
I'll be
but
asking questions.
yeah, let's I guess you want to start off with a shot
Sounds
in
good.
honor of Cinco de Mayo.
Sounds good to
Feliz
me.
Feliz Cinco de Mayo. Ooh. I don't know if you want a lime. We
I'll take
got
one.
limes.
Thank you.
Oh, so you can just grab one and I'm sure they don't want to look at a plate of limes. Who knows? I wouldn't. So how you been? What have you been up to?
Work mainly. In the
Feel that.
morning, I'll read my books. After
You wake
work,
up and read?
yeah, I'll look
That's
at the
fair.
computer a little bit. Look at some news or yeah,
How
nothing.
early do
Yeah,
you
long
like
story short, nothing new. But
how long well, I mean, now that I'm a little bit older than you, so like I'm not going to be like, "Oh, bro, yeah, just wait," but there's nothing really new, once you get older,
yeah,
it's all the same shit. You just work all the time. Uh yeah, fuck. Let's get the I wish we don't have a shot glass, but fuck it anyway. So, down the hatch today we're drinking Lokita. I don't know, there's only 4,000 bottles made, so I bought it. It's from
only 4,000.
Guadalajara. Yeah. That's what it says. Who knows? I mean, I could just say that there's only gonna be 20 podcasts ever. Like, listen, but
Right.
who knows? So it's down the hatch. That's fucking. That'll put some hair on your ass, boy. Man, I could see why they would. I could see why they would fight to keep that shit, and they can keep it. And before we really get into this, I do want to say this is one half of my heritage. I know this is usually an American podcast. We're very pro America here. But there's one day a year where I just can't contain my other half. So that's today. And I'm going to celebrate it. And all right, let's get into it. So I got my notes here. So try to just follow with me. Basically, I guess we could start off with the aftermath of the Mexican American Civil War, I believe, in 1848. Yeah, so there's a civil war between America and Mexico, 1848, and the aftermath of that left Mexico very poor, not a lot of money, so they had to borrow money from France, Britain, and Spain, and obviously those are three European countries. So let me fucking bottle this back up. So they had to borrow the money from these three countries, and then just after years of just constant conflict and turmoil throughout Mexico, the president at the time, I don't think I wrote this name down. Yeah, I didn't. It doesn't matter. But at the time, the president of Mexico decided that since they were just going through so much shit and they had no money, to just stop paying. So they just stopped paying back their debts or whatever. So no, it's gross. So in 1861, these three countries, Britain, Spain, and France, sent militaries to Mexico. They landed in, where is it? Veracruz. They landed in Veracruz, Mexico to demand the money back. that they loaned Mexico. So uh, Britain and Spain agreed to what is it?
So they
They
all, sorry,
no well,
they all three like came together to agree to go at the same time,
well
or was that
yeah. I
just
mean, I assume
yeah?
that's probably about it. And then they all get there, so they Mexico's able to negotiate with Britain and Spain. So they leave, they go back to Europe, but France had different plans. They're like, "Oh, well, I see an opportunity here." So what they did was that because their government and the country was just so broken and like weak at the time, France saw it as an opportunity to insert their own regime in there, and they fought. Uh, hmm. Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. So the French military invaded, and they took over a few cities after that. So Spain and Britain leave. France sees this opportunity. They take it. So they take over a few cities, and then that brings us to the Battle of Puebla. So French troops arrived in Puebla on May 5th, 1862, with certainty that they would win because at the time they had one of I think they had it was either the strongest or one of the strongest militaries in the world at the time. So this is the 1800s, 40s, 60s, whatever. And the Mexican army was led by General Ignacio Zaragoza, who surprised and defeated the Frogs. And I mean, you got to think like these are it's probably not really trained military. It's probably just a bunch of it's probably like a little crew of dudes that they just get together that are like, yeah, we'll fight for Mexico. But they beat the French. Um, it was very unlikely at the time. Yeah, so I already said that. It was just unlikely at the time because France had such a strong military.
Right. I imagine the weapon difference was probably
Yeah,
big.
yeah, they probably had better weapons. I probably could have done more
Maybe even
research. Probably should have done more research, but I'd assume, yeah, Europe at the time was like a real powerhouse. Well, they might have not been. They might have been losing power, but um,
they're still up there.
yeah, 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 for sure. And you're right. They probably had way better weapons. Well, they did actually. I think that was something wrote down. Yeah, so they had the reason why it was so wild that the Mexicans won because the French had more troops, better weapons, better gear, um, so like better equipment, and then yeah, Mexico won. They beat the French. They were fighting. I wrote it down here. I believe it was Napoleon the Third. Now I don't know if that's is that the Napoleon. Do you know? I should have done way more research. I was really not super prepared. But do you know? Because I can't remember if he was alive at this time, but I don't feel like he was the third. I feel like the Napoleon that we know of was like the first. But maybe he was the third. I don't know.
Right here it says Charles Louis Napoleon Bonaparte
Yeah.
was the third son of Louis Bonaparte. If I'm saying that last name correctly, probably not.
So maybe that must be the original, like the Napoleon that we hear about. Because I think he conquered a lot of the world, and I
It,
think that yeah that
it
sounds
says
about
the
right.
king of Holland and younger brother of Napoleon here. If you want to take a look.
My brother Napoleon, daughter. Yeah, that sounds about right. I think. Who cares? Either way, it's
Yeah,
the
yeah.
fucking French. They don't like who cares about the fucking frogs. Uh, but so Mexico wins that battle at Puebla. That's the real receipt. My entire life, I just never thought to even research, but I thought that Cinco de Mayo was Mexican Independence Day. but I had no idea. So this is actually what it is. Is they get into like a little bit of is it actually a Mexican holiday or is it more of an American holiday? And I guess a few weeks after the Battle of Puebla, after the Mexicans defeated the French, word got up to some mining town in not Colorado, California, and there's Hispanic, white guys, fucking Chinese dudes, whatever over there. And then once they got that news, they started partying, celebrating, drinking and shit, and shooting off guns, and that's kind of where the stereotype comes from now, from like about Cinco de Mayo just being a party, basically. But the reason that we see it the way it is now, being about just like tacos, drinking margaritas, drinking tequila, and partying, was because of like it was a like successful marketing campaign essentially through the 80s that kind of like made it the way it is today. So I'm not even positive. Like I really don't think that like it's not like 4th of July for Mexico. I don't think it could be. I have no idea, but I don't think so.
All
And so then, but after that, France went on to capture Mexico City, and they imposed Emperor Maximilian. I don't even know what to rule Mexico City. And then by the 30s and 1930s, 1940s, Cinco de Mayo evolved into a massive American culture celebration of ethnic solidarity and self-determination in the U.S. So that was where the debate came in on whether it was really a U.S. or Mexican holiday. Too, is that like it's a Mexican American holiday, I guess, essentially, because we're celebrating like the independence and like the freedoms and liberties that America comes with, but at the same time we're celebrating the fact that Mexico won and beat the French, whatever. So
I mean, I'd say
yeah,
other than there is quite a bit of Mexican people that live here, I don't see another reason why the U.S. would adopt it. But I mean, I don't know.
yeah. I think it's kind of one of those things that's like St. Patrick's Day. Irish people in Ireland, they don't celebrate St. Patrick's Day. That's the thing, is like, as Americans, we'll find any reason, like any
Yeah,
any reason to party,
no,
bro.
yeah,
Any reason, any excuse to get fucking wasted.
another
Anything to have
distraction
fun. Yeah,
or whatever the
it's
case.
the American dream. I think that's what Cinco de Mayo represents, is the Mexican American dream. To be able to do whatever you please. And I forgot where I was going with that. But either way, Cinco de Mayo, that's today. Um, yeah, you got any questions? Hopefully I could answer. I don't really know. I think this is a.
I think
How long did it take me to do that? Because that was pretty short.
I think
I could have went into more length, honestly. I should have done more research, but was that 13 minutes? Jesus Christ. Well, uh, basically, I am just glad that Mexico won. I'm glad Mexico beat France. I guess France gave us the Statue of Liberty. Cool, whatever. Who cares, man? What did they do? They pussied out in World War II. So suck a cock.
I wish I
You know?
knew. I guess I really don't know much about France.
No, I
Or
mean, they're all a bunch of baguette eating, cigarette smoking, fucking hairy weirdos over there. Like, I don't know.
very weird.
The
I don't
coolest.
know that either.
I've heard Paris isn't even that great.
Really, I gotta go.
That's what I've heard. I mean, I've never been, so I can't personally say for sure. But, I mean, come on, dude. It's not America. I can't imagine it's that good. You know? That's like that's like somebody from another country like being like, "Oh, I'm gonna go to America soon. Where should I visit?" And you're like, "Go to Portland. That'll be cool." That's America's fucking greatest city, Portland, Portland, Oregon. There's more strip clubs than McDonald's per capita. Like, there's more debauchery and fucking weirdos than there are normal people in that fucking city. I remember when I lived there, I went to because I wasn't even 21 yet. I was like 19, and I went to this strip club with my brother-in-law and my sister, my older sister actually. And we went in there, and you like walk up this long staircase, and you get to the top, and since it's 18, there's no alcohol served, so it's just a juice bar. And then I was in there, and there's like all these girls are around one or two guys that are the only people in this strip club. And the first girl I see when I walk up, she's just fucking saggy titties, just hanging out. And I looked at my stepbrother. I was like, bro, let's go. I don't even strip clubs gay.
Are they all saggy titties?
I don't know. I didn't really see the other ones. They were all over there on the one guy that was in the strip club.
I still have yet to go to a strip club actually.
I mean, go one time just to say you did it, but like, bro, it's the biggest waste of fucking time and money. You're gonna pay these girls to give you blue balls? That's not fun. Blue balls is fucking garbage. That shit sucks. I hate it. That's a big one.
It's a big one.
Man, I wish I had more to say about Mexico, but hey, it is what it is. You want to celebrate fucking go listen to fucking what's his name? Chelino Sanchez, I think. I'm drunk now. I forgot. I don't know. But man, this kind of derailed. I was hoping I had way more fucking info for these people, but that's really all you need to know about Cinco de Mayo. We're just celebrating Mexican American independence, really. So it's like a precursor to 4th of July, you know?
Essentially.
We're celebrating our brothers down south, getting away from the fucking French. Fuck Napoleon. Piece of shit. Man. Have you ever been to Mexico?
Not yet. I'd like to.
I want to go too.
You haven't been yet?
I've never left the country. I guess you could, it's not technically, I've been to Hawaii, but like, it's not technically leaving the country. It might as well be, but it's not.
I haven't been there yet either. Where would you go in Mexico?
Man, like, it'd be cool to go, I guess, like Cancun, Cabo, like that shit. But I feel like it's so touristy. I'd want to go like more down south, and not that. What is that? The Pacific coastal side. I'd want to go to like the Gulf side. Yeah. I'd want to go there. I think it'd be a lot nicer. I feel like it's not as touristy on that side. You know, it's probably like smaller towns, all kinds of shit. It'd be fun. I'd definitely go to Mexico. My biggest fear would be like getting in trouble.
Yeah.
Cause I don't really drink so much. I'm drinking today because it's Cinco de Mayo, but like I feel like that's all there is to do in Mexico. And if you like, I feel like if I had weed or something in Mexico, I'd get caught and fucking go to jail.
Shit, that'd be bad.
Unless the stories are true and I could just like give the cop like $20 American, but like our economy's so fucked up and our money's meaningless now that he'd be like, dude, my pesos are worth more.
I don't know where the comparison's at now, but it's probably close. Probably getting close.
I mean, we're still probably like, you know, realistically, we're probably still far from a peso. Yeah. But at the same time, it's like what am I gonna fucking? Am I gonna give him $20 or is he gonna ask me for a fucking CBDC token? You know.
CPC. Yeah, yeah.
Are these
The
are these
dollar's still worth more.
are these Mexican cops like are they crypto nerds now? Like are they they're gonna be like fuck your American dollars. I want Bitcoin, bitch. Like I'm ready for Bitcoin. Send it to my wallet and I'll let you go.
That's why they end up just having. They just give you chips in your arms, and then when they see you, they just take it from your wrist.
Dude, when it gets to that point, are you getting the chip? Because
No.
you know at some point they're gonna be like, oh, you don't even need a credit card anymore. You just put your hand up to the fucking thing and
Right.
all your credit card information stored in this chip right here in your hand.
I wouldn't. I'm not going to. I think that's a. I mean, it's easy to fall into like the whole convenience trade off
Oh
for
yeah,
certain
yeah,
things, but
100%.
I mean,
It's the mark of the beast. Once you put that thing in you,
yeah,
that's it.
I don't. Yeah, I don't see a reason for it. I also see. I mean, realistically, there's bad parts to it too. It's yeah, yeah. No, wouldn't get it.
You know, I saw a video today of Alex Jones, the goat, and he was talking. This was 2002. He was on air talking about exactly what's going on today.
What specifically? Go into detail if you would.
Talking about how the world is run by uh, an elite banking class that wants to release diseases and viruses to the public for population control. They want to go to a cashless system, to a digital currency where they could just shut your money off if you fuck up. Like, oh, we saw you jaywalked, so
I mean, has
you
it done
can't
that
buy.
already?
China, like, apparently I don't know how well it works. Like I don't know how, but yeah, allegedly, like if you're like being bad, I've seen shit on Reddit. I've seen posts on Reddit where it's like they posted this guy's face on like screens
Yeah, I've
just
seen that
out in
too.
yeah, just like out in the cities of like
For jaywalking.
yeah, for like jaywalking, and it'll be like his credit score's down. It's like trying to entice people to not fuck up. So it's like what you're gonna have a bunch of fucking paranoid people just run your whole country is
Always
just
playing
gonna be
along.
paranoid that they're just like they feel like they can't fuck up at all.
Right.
They can't make a mistake or their life's ruined. That's insane.
It is. I think that I mean obviously those will have bad consequences as well. It's just a matter of time. But I always think it's funny like we've had enough history of different societies and what worked and what failed and whatnot. And there's still countries that do the same systems or same type of setup. And yeah, I don't know. You
Yeah.
just wonder how far their outlook is. But
Well, that's the thing is like what scares me is I've seen a lot of shit that says that the only way to compete with China is to do what they're doing. So
competing on
like
what
as
standard?
as like as being a superpower, as being like in like America's been the fucking top superpower for how long in the world? Like we've been at the top for since World War II. We've been at the top.
Since 50s basically.
Yeah, like late 40s, 50s,
Yeah.
we've been the fucking pinnacle
70s
of
even now.
whatever. Yeah, so like there's just a time where something's got to like you can't have it's not sustainable for that to be going on for so long
Right.
at a certain point, especially when you've got how many like two, three, four generations before us that fucked everything for us, and then they complain about all the shit that they ruined.
Right.
I'm not trying to be on here and be like, oh, fucking boomers ruined everything and blah 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 all this shit. what are we gonna do about it? There's no point in fucking complaining about it at this point. Like we can't go back and change it. So you just got to figure it out from this point.
I
Just
think
go forward.
to add on to what you're saying, I think what also worries me about that is that obviously if things are going bad, that means essentially the younger generation has to step up and try and take care of that. But anyways, yeah, I don't remember all the exact like stats to it, but it's basically that younger people are working less and less, just I don't know, lazy,
Yeah,
unmotivated, or they want to do what they want to do and not what they need to do,
for sure. I could
things
see
like
it.
that.
Yeah, well, I mean, the way society's going is just making it easier to do that. I mean, look, like imagine if
Convenience for freedom shit.
imagine if we
Basically.
were 10 years old and we had TikTok, right? We're 10 years old, we have TikTok and we see, "Oh, this person and this person and this person, well, they're making tons of money and they're living a good life. All you see is the good shit in their life
Right.
through social media." And if you're 10 years old and you're like, "Whoa, I could just do this and make a shit ton of money and not have to fucking work." So then you've got kids that are going to fucking just try to be internet famous or get rich off the internet. I mean, there's an argument to be made that that's what I'm doing. I mean, like I don't make money off of this, but at some point it'd be cool. That's not the goal. I'm not here like, "Hey, I do this every week so I can make money from people."
Right.
I do it to fucking I want to keep all our friends together, be able to have fun, something we can do every week. But, you know, kids nowadays are just fucking retarded.
Most of them.
I think like
Most of them.
it's like a double-edged sword cuz I think that they should get rid of TikTok, but at the same time I've heard arguments against it like, you get rid of TikTok, then what else are they going to take away? Cuz it's like if you're just going to if you're just going to ban something because it's stealing info, I get it, but at the same time like isn't that what Facebook and Snapchat and fucking all the American social media companies are doing the same thing? Is it just the fact that those are American companies, so that's okay that they steal all our data and
Right.
information because it's American at least. It's not China.
Upset our own government.
And our algorithm for TikTok is completely different than in China. The CEO of TikTok doesn't let his kids on TikTok. I mean, come on. Like it's just like Mark Zuckerberg doesn't let his kids have fucking social media, doesn't let his kids sit there on their iPads and computers all day.
Right.
Now granted he's got the money to do that, to be able to just step away and spend like devote 100% of his time to his kids if he wants to. Not everybody has that, but you got to make an effort.
Right. Indeed.
We need to get back to the way of many of the of my peoples from Mexico. Uh, it's just I feel like I mean obviously there's places in Mexico that are like America that it's a bustling city. You've got shops, malls, whatever, but
Right.
that's not a large majority of it. Like if we could get back to simple living, I think that'd be cool.
I agree. Yeah. No.
Like I kind of like I fuck with like the Amish. I don't like maybe the religious part to it is too much, but like the sustainability of having a community that flourishes together and like that everybody helps each other.
I agree.
And I know that's like a utopian idea. It's like it seems great until you've got millions of people. But at the same time, you,
Yeah.
you got to go back to like humans are just instinctively tribal. That's why we can get behind one sports team and be like, "Fuck you." You like Tampa Bay, fuck you. You like the Broncos, fuck you. That's why we can do that. That's not rational behavior. I mean, think
No.
about it. To be like, oh, you like this thing? Fuck you, dude. You're a piece of shit. Like, that's fucking insane to be like, dude, fuck you. You like the Raiders, dude? You're fucking dumb. And you are dumb if you like the Raiders. You're a fucking. You're retarded to like the Raiders.
Yeah, I think you make some good points.
Mexico, man. That's what it's about.
We need to be self-producing,
Yeah,
provide for ourselves.
we could totally do it, man.
I like the community.
We just
idea.
got to get enough people to agree. That's what I tell him all the time. Like, that's what I want to do in the future is just, like, have enough money to. I think I told you too, like, that to just get enough land and build property, like, build houses and shit that I could have. And that's the hardest part is finding people that would, like, willingly want to, like, live in not, like, the middle of nowhere, but, like, a
More secluded.
yeah, like we're kind of like towards the city, but we go 20 minutes the opposite direction. We're in the fucking middle of nowhere.
Right.
So something like that would be
I think
cool.
Jack would be cool.
Yeah, that kind of area, like yeah. What is that like? Fucking yeah, Lone Jack.
It's like what 20 minutes east of southeast of Blue Springs.
Yeah,
I think so. I don't know.
that'd be cool, man. And just get a bunch of property out there, like a couple hundred acres, and just build houses and have like the people that I would trust and that I'd want to live around all the time to just be there and just
Right.
but then you start doing that and that turns into a Waco situation because the government doesn't like that when the government doesn't like you being off the grid regardless of if you can do it or not. They don't like it. They don't like having people in the country that
Yeah.
are not accounted for that don't rely on the government for anything. They don't like that shit.
Because they lose their power.
Exactly.
Then they're useless.
Cause what are you gonna do? Fucking.
They
It's
can't
not.
shut off your wall.
Yeah. If you've got like a well, you got a well system. You could. There's all kinds of shit you could do. You could have like water filtration. You catch rainwater, and it has a
Irrigation
filtration
of some
system.
sort.
Yeah. All kinds of shit, man. They don't know what they're doing. They're just
Yeah,
trying
you
to
can
lock
just
us down.
Hunt would be fun. I mean, imagine having a big enough land where you just did. I mean, like respectfully to the animals too, using it to the fullest.
Yeah.
But
Well, and if you're in that kind of position, you're not gonna be in the. You're gonna use everything, bro. Like if you're non-reliant on society, stores, government, whatever, you're gonna use everything. You'll find a use for it,
right.
whether that be to feed. Maybe you don't use some part of it. You feed that to the dog. Something. I just want to have a bunch of dogs, really. Like I would be the reverse of like the crazy old cat lady. I'd just be the old dog dude.
Old dog, you'd always got a dog in his lap.
Yeah, but I wouldn't have little dogs. I don't like little dogs.
I want some
I'm not a
Dob-
fan.
You like Dobermans?
Dude, I love I wanted to get a Doberman, but I got what I got. I got the little runt. He's cool, I guess.
Little runt.
American Staffordshire Terrier, because we don't do that fucking European shit. How far are we? Yeah. I'd say that's good, man. They don't want to hear anymore. This is just a quick fucking Cinco de Mayo. You want to do one shot before we get out of here?
Yeah, let's do it.
One more shot for the people. I know we spent about 15 minutes on Mexico and the other half of the time on the rest of the on nothing. But it is what it is. I love Mexico, but I love America more. I'm an American first, but Mexico's definitely up there, man. I'm definitely trying to get out there. I want to get to Mexico. It would be a cool time. It'd be fun.
I'm Asian.
You first.
No, I'm just
You lived over there, right? In Taiwan?
a little bit, yeah.
Yeah. That's crazy. How was that?
It was good.
Do you like it better there?
I'd say so. I liked it, but
Really? You liked it better than here? I mean, not
In
not
that age.
not just Missouri in general, but like the whole U.S.
I mean, I'd say so, yeah.
Yeah,
Just how the
damn,
culture was.
that's
But
fair. So do they speak what do they speak Chinese and English?
it's Chinese.
Just Chinese? Hmm. Yeah, I don't understand the deal with Taiwan. Like, for some reason, China's always is China just always trying to take Taiwan because they have all these minerals for chips, or is it because it used to be part of China and they believe that it's still part of China?
Both, and even with like producing chips, I think it's more than just chips. I'm pretty sure they're just overall a pretty um, high producing economy. They're just
And I think it's
progressive.
a strategic naval spot as well.
It might be actually. I don't know. I don't know, but I wouldn't be surprised.
Thanks, Lokita. Yeah, man, that's so did you learn any Mandarin while you were there?
Yeah, I'm not as fluent anymore, but
Oh, you used to like be fluent in Mandarin?
read right. Well, I mean, I went to school, and
Right,
so
okay,
yeah.
that's fair. Damn, so you had to just hop hop in there and just so did you know English first?
Yeah, yeah. I didn't move there till I was like
Damn,
7 or 8, somewhere around there.
that's wild. Yeah, see, that makes more sense because I think when we did the episode before with me and you were saying how when you were there that the schools there had like walls around it and shit.
Yeah, yeah. Indeed,
Why can't we do that here? We have plenty of bricks. We have plenty of money here,
plenty.
and we can't put up a fucking wall around the school because it's probably gonna like put a stigma around it of like, oh look, they're like prisons. Like, no, we're just trying to keep kids safe. That's the whole point. You go to work and send your fucking kid with somebody else for 8, 9 hours a day. You want them to be safe, right?
Indeed.
Let's put up a fucking wall. I sound like Trump right now, but let's put up a
I
fucking
mean,
wall.
yeah, and then you just only have a few entrances to where you can just have someone on staff go watch it.
Hey, you guys listen. You guys listen to him, not me. Put up a fucking wall. God damn it. Hmm. Man. All right. Well, thanks for coming on doing this.
Thanks for inviting me again.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
No problem, man.
Thanks for the
I would have
shots.
been fucking retarded doing this by myself, been talking to nobody. But thanks. Happy Cinco de Mayo, guys. Well,
Stay safe.
let's think we got another one, so we'll have a few coming out real soon. Just keep watching. See you guys next week. Good old boys out.